FRK311 feedback on questions 6 to 9 of assessment number 1. Now, in question number 6, you had to just decide what to do with the restoration cost or dismantling costs that was calculated and that you had to present value. Now, in this case, the question stated very clearly, Pubco Limited acquired a manufacturing machine on 1 January 2019 to manufacture inventories. Very, very important. Let's just look at that again. To manufacture inventories. For that reason, you cannot add the value of the amount that you've calculated to the original cost of the machine. You have to allocate that to the inventories, and that is why you have answer number D as your answer. The dismantling costs will be capitalized to the inventories annually and not to the machine, while a provision is recognized in the statement of financial position. So the debit will be to inventories and the credit will be to your provision account. That is how that provision will be created. Question number 7. Now, in question number 7, you were given a plant, an item of plant. Let's look at the question itself. Big plant installed an air conditioning unit in a Limpopo plant. Now, that air conditioning unit, we give you there the total cost, 9,780,000, and we also give you the cost of the turbo motor, while the rest is the distribution system. So if you look at this, you see there's the total cost of the air conditioning system. Because there are components, you had to split it between the turbo motor and the difference is the distribution system. But then on the very next page we tell you that there is also inspection fees, which is on the whole plant. So therefore those inspection fees must now be allocated separately, but it must be taken out pro rata from the turbo motor there and pro rata from the distribution system. So there you took out your amounts, and now once you've calculated your components, you can now go and write them down. And now you know that the turbo motor will be depreciated over the next 15 years. The distribution system will now be depreciated over the next 25 years, and the inspection or service will be allocated over the next 3 years. And the question clearly stated that what is the current carrying amount of the distribution system? And there you've got the calculation. Students mostly went wrong in this situation here, whether they either did not allocate the inspection costs pro rata or they allocated it to one specific item. Because it is over the whole system, you had to allocate it pro rata. And again, there's your answer for question number 7. Now in question number 8, we said the following. In question number 8, we said, use the same information as for question number 7 and assume that the air conditioning unit must be dismantled at the end of the useful life, and the estimated dismantling removal costs is about 840,000. Okay, so in this case, you had to calculate what is the total cost of the air conditioning unit. Basically, the total cost is, as we see here in this answer, the total cost is the cost that was given to you plus the present value of the dismantling costs. Now, there's a 20-year factor because that's the life of the asset in total. Remember, you can replace the turbo motor after 15 years and use it for the next 10 years until that asset. So it will only be dismantled after 25 years. The 12% was given to you in the question, and 840 is the future value of the dismantling costs. So therefore you've just calculated your 49,000 as the present value of the dismantling costs. We are not using this in the process of manufacturing. It's an air conditioning system. So therefore, we will capitalize it against the asset, and that is your answer that you had to give in A above. Now in question number 9, this one here, all that we said is we told you to assume that this dismantling cost was a certain amount, and in this case 51,000. That was your starting point. To that 51,000, you had to add 12% to get to your balance for the next year. So the shortcut answer is that one there. 51,000 times 12%. That will be added to the 51 already in the provision account, giving you the 57,120. 57,120 rands. Thank you.